guys, this is Jaren and welcome to a brand new review video, and this time we're gonna be reviewing Rakk's newest keyboard, which is the Rakk Bulan wireless magnetic keyboard. Of course, before we proceed with the keyboard, first I'm gonna show you the unboxing experience. Okay, so that was the Rakk Bulan. This keyboard is an 82 key wireless keyboard. This is also a gasket mount keyboard. And like any other keyboard, mechanical keyboard nowadays, this is a tri-mode keyboard. So we have USB, which is directly to your PC, wireless 2.4G receiver, and Bluetooth 5.0. This keyboard also supports 5-pin switches, and right now it has Optimo red switches out of the box, PC plate, and PBD cherry double shot keycaps. So for me personally, from testing out this keyboard, I can say that typing on it, mostly for productivity, this really is kind of a game changer. Usually when using keyboards, I tend to have misclicks or mistype. I have a lot of errors, but for this keyboard, as it is magnetic, it has quite a bit of precision with how I type, because sometimes I type really fast but not as accurate. But when using this one, it feels more comfortable, and I actually noticed that I didn't get a lot more errors than what I should have when using my traditional mechanical keyboard. So yeah, that's a win. And apparently magnetic keyboards are built to last, so you're more likely not to replace them more often. So this is basically where the keyboard could have the tagline of speed meets precision. Like I said, I type fast but not as accurate, but when I type with this, I'm fast and I'm precise. Also, the Rakk Bulan's knob is aluminum, case material is ABS plastic, the plate material is polycarbonate, stabilizers are plate mounted, and yes, it does come with RGB, full RGB experience, a battery of 4000 milliamp hours, comes with a type C connector, switch, and a switch puller. So the size of the keyboard is 325 by 135 by 40 millimeters, and it only weighs at around 780 grams, which for me, in my first impressions, that it is actually pretty light. So yeah, something that is a feature of this keyboard is being how light it is. And for me personally, I would use it wirelessly. A lot of people are using their keyboards wirelessly now, and having a big sized battery for this keyboard, as well as being so light. If I were to bring a keyboard out, let's say I'm working remotely, so I'll most likely bring the Rakk Bulan over my other wireless mechanical keyboards because of how light it is and how long the battery lasts over time. So now I'm gonna show you how it sounds out of the box with the Optimo red switches. So that was the sound test of the Optimo Red dustproof switches. For me, it sounds really quiet and I really like how it sounds out of the box. So from my time using this wirelessly, I want to apologize because I haven't had the time to get it on low battery, which is kind of a good thing because it shows how long it lasts. I have only had this for about 1 or 2 weeks, and I've only enabled the wireless feature on the second week. So this kinda would last, I believe, around confidently a week or two. And sorry for the RGB nerds out there, I only use this wirelessly without the RGB lights on, which also saves battery, and for me it's more aesthetically pleasing because of the look that it has. So now I'm gonna tell you if there are cons on this keyboard. I'm gonna be honest, it's actually kind of hard to find a con on this keyboard, so I am definitely a fan of this, but already I could tell that some people might not like how it is priced. So the Rakk Bulan is priced at around 2,000 pesos, so a lot of you might not be happy with that. I know it's on the pricier side keyboards, but you have to remember this is a tri-mode keyboard, has a big battery capacity. It is a magnetic keyboard, which will ultimately last longer than your traditional mechanical keyboards. I cannot attest to that just yet because this is my first time using a magnetic keyboard, so that's kind of their main selling point. And some of you gamers, which are technical gamers, which I am not, I'm just a casual user, so for me as a casual gamer as well, I have no problems with using this with gaming. So I rarely play FPS games, so I'm not quite sure how it translates to FPS gaming, but for me, I mainly play League and random games here and there. I did not have any problems with delays per se on the games that I play, so I will admit I'm not the best reviewer for FPS games with keyboards or mice. So yeah, so as someone that is casually gaming, a casual user, more of on the productivity side, I can definitely confidently recommend this keyboard for you guys. And I really appreciate the kind of a grayish tone to this because I'm a big fan of gray, and gray kind of suits a more minimalist premium vibe. So I'll definitely add in some of the shortcuts, also the RGB shortcuts. Also for the connectivity side, I had no problems connecting. Another thing I want to comment on for the wire that comes with the keyboard, I am not a big fan of. Like I said, you'd likely be considering this keyboard for wireless use anyway, so having comments on the wire is not a big deal, to be honest. You can just buy an alternative wire for it, so at least you have a wire. And of course, it comes with the Rakk software. I personally don't use softwares for keyboards that much anymore because I don't really see the use of it for me personally. There are still macros. The buttons are still, of course, customizable to whatever function you want it to do. And with that, I will personally be using this keyboard even in the future. I really don't see any disadvantages of using this keyboard. So yeah, I like this keyboard. If I'm gonna rate it, it's gonna be an 8.5 out of 10. Only cons would be the cost, I guess. Yeah, actually nothing else. There isn't also an aggressive branding on it, so that's a good thing. Thank you to Rakk, to EasyPC for sending the Rakk Bulan to me to review, and I do recommend this keyboard to those who's likely to use it wirelessly, who's looking for their first magnetic keyboard. For gamers, I'll let you guys be the judge of it. I personally had no problems with it, and that's gonna be it for the Rakk Bulan. I highly recommend this keyboard if you have the budget. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.